Hey everyone, welcome back. Prepare to be creeped out. Today we're diving into some of the eeriest, most forgotten places around the world. You know, those places that just give you the chills even just looking at pictures? We're talking abandoned hospitals, ghost towns, islands full of creepy dolls. The works. Get ready to be spooked. Seriously, you guys, some of this stuff is like straight out of a horror movie. I'm talking abandoned buildings with weird energy, places where people vanished without a trace, and stories that will make you sleep with the lights on. So, grab your blankie, maybe a snack, because you're not going to want to miss this. We're about to get creepy. Number 5, Isla de las Muñecas. So picture this. You're sailing down a canal in Mexico City, right? The water is calm, and the gentle breeze is brushing against your face. You can hear the distant sounds of the city, but here, it's peaceful. The boat rocks gently as you glide through the water, surrounded by lush greenery. It's almost like a scene from a dream. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and then bam! Out of nowhere, you see something that makes your heart skip a beat. You come across an island completely covered in decaying dolls. Like hundreds of them. They're hanging from trees, nailed to posts, and scattered across the ground. Some are missing limbs, others have no eyes, and all of them look like they've been there for ages. This is Isla de las Muñecas, the island of the dolls. It's not just any island, it's a place shrouded in mystery and eerie tales. Local legend says that a little girl drowned in the canal, and the island's caretaker, Don Julian Santana Barrera, found her. He was deeply affected by the tragedy and believed that her spirit lingered on the island. He started hanging up dolls he found to appease her spirit. It began with just one doll, but soon, it became an obsession. But here's the thing. Don Julian swore he could hear the dolls whispering to him. He believed they were communicating with him, asking for more dolls to keep the girl's spirit company. He said they wanted more dolls, and he spent the next 50 years of his life hanging up dolls he found in the trash or that people brought him. The island became a macabre collection of dolls, each one adding to the eerie atmosphere. People say the dolls' heads turn to watch you as you pass by on boats. It's as if they're alive, their eyes following your every move. Some even say they've seen the dolls move their limbs or heard them whispering. The wind rustling through the trees only adds to the spine-chilling effect. Don Julian died in 2001, and guess how? He drowned in the same canal as the little girl. Coincidence? I think not. Many believe that the spirits finally claimed him. The eerie connection between their deaths has only fueled the island's legend. Now, the island is a popular tourist destination, but visitors often leave dolls as offerings. They come from all over the world bringing dolls to add to the collection, hoping to experience the island's mysterious aura. It's like they're feeding into the creepiness. Each new doll adds to the island's haunting charm, making it an ever-evolving shrine to the unknown. The island stands as a testament to one man's devotion and the enduring power of local legends. So, if you ever find yourself in Mexico City, take a trip down the canal and visit Isla de las Muñecas. Just be prepared for the dolls to watch your every move. Number 4. The Zone of Silence in Mexico. Deep in the Mexican desert, there's a place called the Zone of Silence, or La Zona del Silencio. It's this huge, barren desert, and it's supposed to be a hotbed for paranormal activity. Like, people say that radios and compasses go haywire there. Some even say that time and gravity are distorted within the zone. It's like stepping into another dimension. There are all these crazy stories about the Zone of Silence. Like in the 1970s, a US military base nearby accidentally launched a missile that went way off course and landed right in the zone. And then there was this other time when a group of scientists were exploring the zone, and they said they saw these strange lights in the sky and felt like they were being watched. Some people think the Zone of Silence is a portal to another world, or maybe even a place where aliens like to hang out. Whatever it is, it's definitely creepy. Number 3. The Silent City of Pripyat, Ukraine. Okay, so this one is just plain sad and scary at the same time. Pripyat, once a bustling city in Ukraine, is now a haunting reminder of the past. The city was established in 1970 to house the workers of the nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant. It was a model Soviet city, with modern amenities, schools, hospitals, and recreational facilities. But all of that changed in an instant. Pripyat was a city in Ukraine, but then the Chernobyl disaster happened in 1986. On April 26, 1986, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, releasing a massive amount of radioactive particles into the atmosphere. The explosion was so powerful that it blew the roof off the reactor building and sent a plume of radioactive smoke high into the sky. The residents of Pripyat, just a few kilometers away, had no idea of the catastrophe unfolding so close to their homes. Imagine this, you're just living your life, going to school, playing in the park, and then BOOM! A nuclear reactor explodes nearby. The initial explosion was just the beginning. Over the next few days, the reactor continued to burn, releasing more and more radioactive material. The authorities were slow to respond, and it wasn't until 36 hours after the explosion that the order to evacuate Pripyat was given. By then, the residents had already been exposed to dangerous levels of radiation. You're told you have to leave your home immediately, and you can't take anything with you. The evacuation was chaotic. Buses were brought in to transport the residents to safety, but they were only allowed to take a few personal belongings. Many people thought they would be able to return in a few days, so they left behind most of their possessions, including their pets. Little did they know that they would never be able to return. That's what happened to the people of Pripyat. They were forced to leave their homes, their belongings, and their entire lives behind. The city was sealed off, and a 30-kilometer exclusion zone was established around the Chernobyl plant. The once thriving city of Pripyat was left to decay, a ghost town frozen in time. They had to leave everything behind: their homes, their belongings, their pets. The city was left in a state of suspended animation. Personal belongings were left scattered in homes, schools, and businesses. Children's toys, family photos, and everyday items were abandoned, creating an eerie snapshot of life before the disaster. The pets that were left behind either perished or became feral, adding to the haunting atmosphere of the deserted city. It's like time just froze there. Nature has slowly begun to reclaim the city. Trees and plants have grown through the cracks in the pavement, and wildlife has returned to the area. The once modern buildings are now crumbling and overgrown, giving the city an otherworldly appearance. It's a stark reminder of the power of nature and the fragility of human civilization. Today, Pripyat is a ghost town. It's a place where time stands still, a chilling monument to the disaster that changed the world. The city is still highly radioactive, and it's not safe for people to live there. However, it has become a destination for tourists and researchers who want to see the aftermath of the Chernobyl disaster firsthand. You can still see children's toys scattered on the floors of abandoned apartments, school books open on desks, and even a Ferris wheel that never got to spin with children laughing. The amusement park, which was set to open just days after the disaster, now stands as a haunting symbol of lost innocence. The Ferris wheel, rusting and overgrown, is one of the most iconic images of Pripyat. The Ferris wheel that never got to spin with laughing children. It's heartbreaking. And the creepiest part? The silence. The city is eerily quiet, with only the sounds of nature and the occasional creaking of decaying buildings. It's a place where the past feels very much alive, and the weight of history is palpable. People who have gone into Pripyat say they've heard voices, whispers carried on the wind, and the faint sounds of laughter and conversation. Some have reported seeing shadows moving in the buildings, as if the spirits of the past are still lingering in the empty rooms. The atmosphere in Pripyat is heavy with the memories of those who once lived there. It's as if the city itself is haunted by the tragedy that befell it. It's like the ghosts of the people who lived there are still trapped, unable to move on. The city is a powerful reminder of the human cost of the Chernobyl disaster and the enduring impact of nuclear power gone wrong. Pripyat stands as a testament to the resilience of nature and the fragility of human life. It's a place where the past and present collide, creating a hauntingly beautiful and deeply unsettling landscape. Number 2, Lennox Castle, Scotland. Okay, you guys, this one is really disturbing. Lennox Castle in Scotland was originally a grand old castle, but it was turned into a mental asylum in the 1930s. And let me tell you, this place has some seriously dark history. Patients at Lennox Castle were subjected to horrific abuse. We're talking physical, mental, and even sexual abuse. It's enough to make your skin crawl. People who have visited Lennox Castle say they've heard children crying, seen shadowy figures lurking in the hallways, and felt an overwhelming sense of sadness and despair. Some even say they've been touched or scratched by unseen hands. It's like the spirits of the abused patients are still trapped there, unable to find peace. The castle was abandoned in the 1980s, but the stories of the horrors that happened there continue to haunt the area. Some people believe that Lennox Castle is one of the most haunted places in all of Scotland. Number 1, Kolmanskop, Namibia. Okay, imagine a town in the middle of the desert, completely swallowed by sand. That's Kolmanskop, Namibia. This place is like something out of a surreal dream, where the desert has taken over what was once a thriving community. The sand dunes have crept into every corner, filling rooms and hallways, creating an otherworldly landscape that is both haunting and mesmerizing. It was once a bustling diamond mining town, full of life and wealth. In the early 1900s, Kolmanskop was a place of great promise. People flocked here from all over, lured by the prospect of striking it rich. The town quickly grew with grand buildings and modern amenities that were rare for the time. It was a beacon of prosperity in the harsh desert landscape. People were finding diamonds left and right in the early 1900s. The discovery of diamonds in 1908 by a railway worker named Zacharias Lawala sparked a diamond rush that transformed this remote area into a bustling hub of activity. Prospectors and fortune seekers arrived in droves, hoping to find their own glittering fortune in the sands of Kolmanskop. They built luxurious homes, a casino, a hospital, even an ice factory. The town was equipped with all the modern conveniences of the time, including a power station, a school, a theater, and a bowling alley. The residents of Kolmanskop enjoyed a high standard of living, with imported goods and lavish parties that were the talk of the region. Can you imagine an ice factory in the desert? It was a testament to the wealth and ingenuity of the town's inhabitants. The ice factory produced ice blocks that were used to keep food fresh in the scorching desert heat. It was a marvel of engineering and a symbol of the town's prosperity. But then the diamonds started to dry up, and by the 1950s the town was abandoned. The decline was swift and inevitable. As the diamond fields were depleted, the residents began to leave in search of new opportunities. By 1956, Kolmanskop was a ghost town, its grand buildings left to the mercy of the encroaching desert. The desert moved in quickly, reclaiming the buildings and turning them into eerie sand-filled ruins. The once luxurious homes and public buildings were gradually filled with sand, their interiors transformed into surreal landscapes. The desert, relentless and unforgiving, took back what was once its own. Now Kolmanskop is like a ghost town from another time. It's a place where the past and present collide, where the echoes of a bygone era linger in the air. The town stands as a haunting reminder of the impermanence of human endeavors, a testament to the power of nature to reclaim and reshape the world. You can walk through the abandoned homes, their once grand rooms now filled with sand dunes. It's a surreal experience, like stepping into a time capsule that has been overtaken by the elements. The walls, once adorned with fine furnishings and decorations, are now crumbling and covered in sand. Each room tells a story of a life that was abruptly interrupted. It's both beautiful and unsettling. The stark contrast between the decaying buildings and the pristine desert landscape creates a scene that is both captivating and eerie. The beauty of the desert, with its endless dunes and clear blue skies, is juxtaposed with the haunting remnants of human habitation. People say they've seen figures moving through the windows of the buildings, ghostly apparitions that seem to be trapped in time. These sightings add to the eerie atmosphere of Kolmanskop, making it a popular destination for those interested in the paranormal. The stories of ghostly encounters are as much a part of the town's lore as its history of diamond mining, or heard the faint sounds of music and laughter echoing through the empty streets. It's as if the spirits of the past are still celebrating their fortunes, their voices carried on the desert wind. These ghostly sounds create an atmosphere of mystery and intrigue, drawing visitors from around the world who are eager to experience the haunting beauty of Kolmanskop. It's like the ghosts of the people who once lived and loved in Kolmanskop are still there, clinging to the memory of what their town once was. The town is a living museum, a place where the past is preserved in the sands of time. Each building, each room, holds the memories of the people who once called Kolmanskop home, clinging to the memory of what their town once was. The photographs and artifacts left behind tell the story of a vibrant community that thrived in the harshest of environments. Kolmanskop is a testament to human resilience and the fleeting nature of fortune. It's a place where history and legend intertwine, creating a hauntingly beautiful tapestry of the past. Oh my god, you guys, I am so creeped out right now. Like, seriously, I need to go watch some cartoons and eat some candy after that. How about you? Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this eerie journey, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-chilling content. And let me know in the comments which place you thought was the creepiest. Until next time, stay curious and stay spooky.